much. Hey, everybody. Wow. It is, wow, we've been off since November 20th. Great to be back. I've been on a bit of a news diet. Anything big happen? I tell you, if the stuff that was happening in America right now was happening anywhere else in the world, we'd invade that country. Biden, did you see him today? He announced his inauguration theme, America United. And all I could think is, boy, you have spent a lot of time in the basement. There's 20,000 armed troops on heightened alert in Washington right now, and Joe will be giving his inauguration speech in front of basically nobody. Welcome to my world, Joe. No, I just want to say, you hear some people here. We are not allowed to have an audience anymore. I'm not complaining about that. We are very appreciative who have let us be here in our studio. We get it. There's a crisis out here in California and in the country. So these are just the normal ass-kissers. I hope they're ass-kissers who hang around the studio who are allowed here. Because if they're not, I really have no chance. But Joe outlined his plan today for the future. He wants to give every American a check for $1,400. Best grandpa ever. But let's see let's review what's happened while we were off. Oh, yeah, there was an insurrection at the Capitol. A bunch of Fox News freaks and QAnon nuts from deep red districts bashed and rammed and broke their way into the Capitol instead of getting there the usual way by being elected. I mean, you all saw the video, right? They stormed in and they chased retreating police up the stairs, ransacked the building. This is something I never thought I would... Even the people who wrote it aren't laughing that much. So that's where I am, people. Help me at home. But it was sad, right, to see this in America. People were hiding under their desks in the Capitol looking for hidey holes. I mean, in the Senate, someone tried to get into a closet, and Lindsey Graham said, "Get out of here, this is my spot." I kid Lindsey Graham. I don't even know what that means. But Democrats are now saying that they witnessed the day before, listen to this, the day before the attack, they witnessed Republican lawmakers giving some of the rioters who came back the next day tours of the Capitol. This is the day before the attack. Giving tours to the people who are coming to ransack the next day. This is the Senate chamber where we will be hanging Mike Pence, and we're walking and we're walking. And then, let's see what else happened. Oh, yeah, Trump got impeached again. This is not a rerun. Trump got impeached again for egging on the mob. And this time, 10 Republicans. Isn't this interesting? 10 Republicans voted for impeachment. All it took was for them to get personally attacked by a violent mob waving Trump flags. The other 95% of Republicans, still okay with that. More of a think joke, I guess. Rough crowd. On my payroll, still a rough crowd. That's what I'm dealing with. Okay. But listen to this. 147 Republican lawmakers, this is the senators and congressmen, are still standing by the lie that the election was fraudulent after the attack took place. After the attack. And because of the attack now, Congress put in more metal detectors, which Republicans are refusing to use, or sometimes just rushing right through, because that could violate their freedom to overturn. Who wants to live in a country like that? So this is historic. This is historic for a president to be impeached for a second time. For a second time, Trump has been asked to leave office. 3 if you count the election. Two impeachments. He's like the vaccine. You need 2 doses, and still no guarantees. But he's having a rough time in his last 5 days in office. Trump. He was Twitter threw him off. He's been banned on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the PGA, golfing, the love of his life, canceled his big tournament in New Jersey. Deutsche Bank no longer be giving loans to the Trump family. Everyone's turning their back on this guy. His bank in Florida dumped him. In New York, he lost his contract for the ice skating rink. And Ivanka just wants to be friends. It's sad today that mushrooms no longer be compared to his dick. This is very, very sad for any man. But amid all of this, of course, the Biden inauguration is going to happen, and we are going to have a new president, and he's being welcomed in with open arms. I don't know if you know Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's one of the new Republican Congress people there, a QAnon person. She has drafted articles of impeachment against Biden. I'm not kidding. She says she's going to file on January 21st, his second day in office. Well, she wants to give him a chance. All right, we got a great show. We have Katie Couric and Matt Jones. Wow. But first up, she is the former senior counsel to press crowd. Thank you. You're so good to... Thank you. Thank you. You have my utmost appreciation for, testing and all this stuff you had to get to. You must have nothing better to do. I really appreciate you doing this. I really do. And you're in a terrific mood. Must be because it's Valentine's Day weekend. Are you excited? Everybody, oh, my gosh. Everyone's in the mood. Armie Hammer told his girlfriend today, I'd eat you all over again. It was... But it's hard in lockdown, right? Valentine's Day. It's hard to be romantic, yeah. I said to someone the other day, let me get that refrigerator door for you. I'm trying to be... Oh, it's okay. But I tell you, yeah, we're halfway through February. I still can't wait for last year to be over. What the fuck? I thought this was going to be a better year. And I tell you, Valentine's Day, nothing gets you revved up for romance, huh? Were you watching the impeachment all week? It's just about ending. Yeah, impeachment. The Democrats, of course, laid out a very powerful case that Trump incited a violent insurrection against his own government, and the Republicans laid out today a very powerful case that they don't give a shit. Yeah, they really don't. I mean, have you seen their lawyers? It's just whoever was, I mean, it's pretty pathetic. One of them, though, is an observant Jew, although he thinks Trump is innocent, so not that observant. But some of the video, they were smart to just show the video, let the tapes do the talking, and there's some amazing stuff there, including a hero, that officer Eugene Goodman, the guy who he really saved Pelosi and Mitt Romney. He turned around and got him going the right way, and Mike Pence. They were going to hang Mike Pence. And he said, quick, Mr. Pence, bring economic anxiety. All right. Well, but here's what I love about this. Trump fans are still claiming that the people in the video, even though they're wearing Trump hats and Trump shirts and carrying Trump signs and beating on Trump targets with Trump flags, reading Trump tweets, are actually Antifa. Really, that's their defense. It wasn't us. It's people dressed up like us, acting like us. I tell you, that Antifa School for the Performing Arts is one hell of a dramatic college. They are really good. Wow. And I thought this was pretty funny. It came out today that during the whole impeachment trial, really since Trump's been out of the White House, Melania has spent most of her time at the spa. Her favorite relaxation passage is the silent treatment. That's... also... Oh, wow. Why are we so excited? People like the Chinese. Okay, great. And listen, China's kicking our ass in every way, and they have an unmanned Chinese spacecraft now that is orbiting Mars. Its mission is to land a rover on the surface and look for signs of ancient life, and then cough on it and kill it. Also, they're not the only ones. I'm telling you, we're getting America, poor America. There's a spacecraft now from the United Arab Emirates that's also entered the Mars orbit, and its goal is to make contact with intelligent alien life and make sure the women cover their faces. That's their goal. And our friend Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know her, right? Yeah. She's in the news. Okay, now this is from the Daily Mail. I'm only reporting what they're reporting. They're saying that she cheated. She's was caught cheating on her husband. She used to, at the gym, she used to run a Congress. She ran a fucking gym in Alpharetta, Georgia. And one of the guys she allegedly had an affair with was a polyamorous tantric sex guru. Something tells me that in Alpharetta, Georgia, a tantric sex guru is any man who's heard of the clitoris. I think that's what that means. I mean, please. Tantric sex guru. You mean some guy you met on Tinder who fucked you on a yoga mat? That's what they're talking about. And, but it's apparently... It caused a lot of trouble in the home there for Marjorie Taylor Greene. The husband found out when she came home one night with lube on her straitjacket, so that was bad. And then, and then also the Daily Mail says she was having an affair not just with the tantric sex guru, but with the manager of the gym. And, you know, that's bad to have an affair with the gym manager because you're all gung-ho at first, and then after a few weeks, you stop coming. All right, we got a great show. We have Steve. He represents Illinois' 16th Congressional District. Wow, and he's on our show. He's the founder of the Country First.